Nintendo collectors, Alex here with another video. This is game room tour number 6, guys. I'm really looking forward to this one, and I know I say it on every video, but this is literally 15 minutes up the road from me. It is Harry Bolt's collection, aka Harry Bro on UK VAC. He's built up quite a collection in 2 years. I actually met him on eBay when he was selling a couple of machines, and I emailed him and we just started talking. Before we know it, we're mates. And then I found out that he was a jazz pianist. He plays at Ronnie Scott's. I've been up there a couple of times to see him. He's absolutely unbelievable guy. He's a really good jazz pianist. So he's a really nice guy, and his collection is quite diverse because he's quite a young kid. He's only 24, I think. He likes his old stuff, but he likes a lot of the new stuff as well. So a bit there for everyone, guys. And hopefully we'll get to have a look at his console collection as well. So without further ado, let's go and visit Harry's Jazz Arcade. Black Forest cupcake, please. 2 of them, please. It's back to the naughty but nice section. We have a Black Forest cupcake. Look at that, with shavings of sprinkled chocolate and looks like a black cherry on top. Fresh cream with chocolate pudding underneath. I don't know how I'm going to go about eating this, but it looks gorgeous. Oh, that matron. Ding dong. That is unbelievable. Wow. Oh, that's so good, guys. It's so fresh. Oh, dear me. You can ask what happened to the other one, because you know I got 2. This is take 2. I've already eaten one. Anyway, let's get on the old road. Got to get to that games room. Here we are, Harry Bolt, the famous jazz man. Looking forward to this one, guys.
Hey
Harry,
yeah,
how you doing, mate?
In.
You well?
Yeah, all good, man. Finally, this is happening, eh?
Yeah, you've been looking forward to this?
Oh yeah, for a while now. Been trying to get everything ready for like weeks.
Yeah, got the Christmas lights up already.
Oh yeah, well, you know.
Excellent.
Come in. We'll do the console collection if you want first.
Yeah, we'll do the console collection first.
So this is my bedroom / collection area.
Wow, that's cool. That is a Jazzcade
That's
cabinet.
yeah, Craig did
Craig.
that for me. Yeah, we custom did that together. I said what I wanted, and then he came back and we kind of co-designed it, and
Right, that
really
is cool,
happy with
man.
it. Love it. I'll show you that in a bit.
Yeah, do you mind
So-
if I turn the light on?
absolutely.
So we can just see. Well, that's better, yeah.
So this
So
is
just-
my collection.
Wow, this is all your console games?
Yep.
Wow, you've got loads of figures up there, dude.
Basically, what I've got here is a bit of everything. I love everything. I'm not going to just say I love Blu-rays or just love Mega Drive. I like a bit of everything. I've got everything that means something to me in my childhood. You know, so starting from the top, I've got
from the top. Okay, so this
a couple of amiibos. Obviously, I'm nowhere near you because you're ridiculous.
Yeah,
that's a joke. So I've got two that actually mean something to me. Obviously, Pikachu and Rio, a massive Street Fighter fan, so had to have those boxed. Underneath, you've got a very rare Princess Mononoke, never opened before model.
Wow. So my daughter absolutely loved that. You know, I love it as well. They're great cartoons for family all round, aren't they?
Yeah.
Really
they're
great.
they're the Disney of Japan.
And so you've been to that studio as well,
I've been to Studio Ghibli, the museum in Japan. One of the best places I've ever been in my life. It was. I went all the way to Japan just to go there.
Wow.
I don't know how to explain it. It's like a kind of mix between a theme park or a museum. There's a cinema as well.
That was your pilgrimage to there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Here we've got my Blu-ray and Steelbook collection of the Ghibli films.
Wow, you've pretty much got all of them there, haven't you?
Yeah, almost over.
What's your favourite?
Spirited Away.
Spirited
100%. As you can see over there is my Japanese poster, Spirited Away.
Wow.
I brought that back from Japan.
Yeah.
And then we've got Ni no Kuni, which is the PS3 game they made, which is basically like Japanese Pokemon.
I remember when it came out a couple of years ago, and it looks like one of the actual films, doesn't it, playing it?
Absolutely.
But what does the game play like?
It might as well be a kind of Pokemon Ghibli film game. It's like you're just walking around RPG, and it's turn-based.
You like Pokemon?
I love Pokemon. I hate RPGs, but when it comes to these, it's just the best, and I can live with it. You know, it's worth investing your time in something like that.
Yeah.
You know?
So you've got some more Spirited Away figures at the top there.
Got a Howl's Moving Castle figurine there. Behind there. A little bit of everything here. As you can
miniature
see.
there.
Yeah, it's one of my favourite arcade machines of all time. I had to get a little model of it. Collector's edition, Spirited Away here has a massive model of the bathhouse in the film. It's probably not very many of those in the UK. I had to get it shipped over.
You should get that on display, dude.
There's so much stuff
space,
in that.
Isn't it?
Literally, this is. If there's an earthquake, this is going down. Like.
Well, if you're in Japan, it would all go down.
Exactly.
I don't think we're going to get any earthquakes
everything
here.
falls over when I just come in to turn the light switch on. So.
Excellent.
I love Walking Dead. I had to have that.
Yeah,
Half-Life 2 is one of my favourite games of all time. Obviously, you know, everyone's loves it. It's that's the collector's edition. I had to get that.
Yeah.
Super Mario, Japanese kind of figurine with Mario and Yoshi. I love a bit Naruto. This is my favourite anime of all time called Outlaw Star. Not many people know it for some reason. As you can see here, it's it used to be on.
Fan of One Piece as well.
No, actually.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
It used to be on Toonami. Do you remember that?
No.
Toonami was the thing that was created from Cartoon Network, and Dragon Ball Z used to be on it.
Okay.
And that's how I actually saw it, because it used to be on Cartoon Network late at night. They went to Toonami. They stopped in the 90s. Yeah, a bit of everything. And now we go down here and we have my Blu-ray collection. So you don't have to, you know.
Yeah. No, that's cool. Massive, quite a big Blu-ray collection, isn't it?
Yeah. This is one of my favourites. The Dragon Ball Z Blu-ray collection, the new Battle of Gods. Have you seen that or know anything about that?
I haven't seen it.
Most people would. They've brought Dragon Ball Z back, which is a godsend. I'm really happy about that. And I think the overwhelming fan base just said, make more. And they did finally. So these are the two new films. Blu-ray, I love it.
Cool. So moving across here on the same shelf, you've got your PS2 collection.
PS1, PS2 and PS2 and PS3, yeah. And above here, 3DS.
Oh yeah, I see your 3DS
I'll
up
just
there.
get the torch out, just so you can see.
Obviously you've got Metal Slug 7.
Yes, love that.
I've got that, but I've got the American version of that. Donkey Kong Returns, Country Returns, Animal Crossing. Got some good titles in there, mate. Do you like Smash Brothers on the 3DS?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's great, isn't it?
Very impressed how they can replicate that, because obviously, but for me, the 100% number one is the Melee on GameCube. They just can't beat that.
Really?
It was just the game of my childhood.
You played the Wii U version, though.
Yeah, but there's just something about it's just the physics.
It's just nostalgia.
I don't know. I just prefer the game.
I love the Wii U version. I just think it's the nuts.
Whatever. PS2
Well, yeah, it's quite
collection.
competitive now. It's a lot of competitions playing the Wii U version, so it must be pretty good.
It's coming back big time.
I think they nailed it, to be honest with you.
Really?
The character. Oh, I do, yeah.
Okay.
But anyway, I'm not a professional player, but so yeah, go for your PS2 collection.
PS2, I've got a bit of everything. I picked these up ever since I was my first console was a PS1 when I was
Yeah.
like 10, and it just started getting bigger from there.
Yeah.
Got all my favourites here, as you can see. Just have a look through.
Yeah. Bit too much glare with that torch.
Oh,
in there,
okay.
I can't, yeah.
Sure.
So we've got Def Jam. Oh, that's a great game, Def Jam.
Def Jam
Finding
5 for
Your-
New York.
I love that
I
game.
did that when I was like 15.
That's awesome.
I would just pwn all my friends,
Yeah,
and they said they
just
don't want to come
smashing
over
bottles
anymore.
over people's heads and stuff. It's just great, isn't it? And your
Some
PS3,
PS3 there. I got the
Dead Space.
Oh, Dead Space.
Yeah. Sort of Resident Evil, isn't it? Kind
Some more
of.
here. I've got the limited editions here: the Star Wars Force Unleashed 2 and the Alien vs
Yeah.
Predator. I love
Yeah.
that game. And the Silent Hill classics. I haven't even opened that. I haven't had time, but I love it. PS1 down
PS1.
here. This was the console that started it all for me. I mean, I know that I was born in 1991, so obviously I missed out on some of the real consoles, but
Yeah.
for me, I just picked up from where I started, which was PS1.
So, what's your favourite games in here then? Overboard. I like that game.
It's a good game,
It's a
yeah.
good game.
It's a little hidden gem, isn't it?
Yeah, I like that.
For me, the best games for me on PS1 has to be Ghost in the Shell.
Ghost in the Shell, you pointed that out the other
did,
day,
yeah.
didn't you? Yeah.
It's relatively unknown game. It's almost like an arcade shooter. You're in a little
Yeah.
tank and you're walking
Quite
around.
rare, quite expensive game to get, do you think?
Not really.
No.
I think it should be, but Spider-Man original PS1.
Yeah.
Just Crash Bandicoot, of course.
Yeah.
I love Silent Hill.
Silent Hill.
That's actually
that
my
goes for quite a
favourite.
lot now, doesn't it?
This is my favourite Silent Hill game of all time.
Yeah.
All the games that come out is keep coming back to this. They just
Yeah.
cannot beat the originality of this. It's just,
Yeah.
and I've got the rare guidebook because I still get stuck to this day. I still haven't completed it.
Really?
Yeah, it took me a few years to come back to it because it's quite a complex game.
Mm.
I've got my ICO.
Strategic guide.
Yeah,
Yeah.
love those games. Shadow of the Colossus, and finally, The Last Guardian's coming out. You know, the new
Is
one.
it? They finally announced it.
Finally, yeah.
So don't you think that when it finally comes out, it's going to look a bit dated? What do you think?
Well, it was going to come out on PS3, so I'm thinking it's the right decision to bring it up on PS4 because I'll bring it up. So, I hope not. From what I've seen, it looks fantastic. So
Yeah.
I'm just happy it's coming out finally. Really.
Well, it's good for the finally released it for the fans anyway. So down here you've got a little Frogger tabletop
Yeah.
game. I picked one of these at the car boot
Yeah, I
once.
love it. Let's see if it works. Sometimes there we go. Oh, it's not turning on. There we go.
There we go,
You
give it a
should
bash.
give it a little bash, yeah.
Yeah, that's
see
proper
that?
old school, isn't it?
Love it. It's one of these games where it doesn't matter what you're playing it on, it's still class at any kind of system,
Yeah.
you know.
Oh, definitely. You've got PSP collection in there.
Yeah, I was a big PSP guy at one point,
Yeah.
but then
You
it
can
just
pick
went
them up
dead.
quite cheap. There's some great
Yeah.
games for it though, isn't there?
Yeah, some actual games that didn't come out on any other system came out on PSP. The Warriors is a great game.
Really?
Yeah, I love that game,
The
and
film was good. I don't know about the game.
I loved it. This is something interesting here. I
Okay.
haven't even opened this up.
Well, do you want to open it?
Yeah, all right.
You're gonna open it.
Do you want to know what it is first?
Well, I don't know what it is. What is it?
Well, all of a sudden I've fell in love with the Vectrex.
Oh right.
And I've
okay.
got it, and
Well,
this-
before we open that, let's just go through the rest of it. We'll do that last of all because you're gonna need something to open that with, aren't you? Okay, so this is my favourite part, Nintendo, of course. GameCube collection. We've got Mario Kart, Neighbours from Hell. I don't know that one.
Okay, can I
What's
explain
that?
about that?
Yeah, go on.
I first played this game on PC,
Yeah.
and it was one of the best games I can remember, where you are on a TV show and you're looking at like a kind of strategy game from like the side view into a house, and you're supposed to set traps for your neighbor,
Right.
that which you hate, and you break into his house and you set traps like the microwave is gonna like blow up, and then he steps in a mouse trap, and what you have to do is trying to get him really angry so he has like a mini stroke, and then and everyone laughs. It's like you're on live TV.
Right.
Such a
Sounds
great
very
game.
odd.
Very odd, very
Yeah.
funny.
I imagine it's quite a rare game because I've never seen that before. And then you've got Incredibles, Star
I've got more
Wars.
games behind that, you know.
Have you?
Yeah, I'd have to get it out. Hold on a sec.
Come on, just put the whole lot out. Why not?
I'm not used to doing this. I hope everything doesn't come down. Yeah, there's more
Well,
back.
there we go.
Yeah.
You've got Final Fight Jam on there. Def Jam Fight for New York. And Universal Studios, Theme Park Adventure, Samurai Jack,
Samurai Jack, love it.
Gun. I don't know if I played Gun. Star Fox Assault. Is that any good?
I'm in two minds. Like, the Nintendo 64 one is obviously the king. You can't
Yeah.
beat that.
Yeah.
And they just ruined it from then on. I mean, there are some moments in some of the new games, like then they brought out the Nintendo 64 version for Wii U, the Star Fox Zero, which is obviously awesome because it's the original game. But no, ever since the Nintendo 64 version, they just can't get it right, in my opinion.
They haven't got it right. The gameplay mechanics, the control system sucks, doesn't it?
It turns into an adventure game. It's not that type of game.
Yeah. And then we've got a load of
Dreamcast. Yeah.
Is that a favourite system of yours? I mean,
I can't.
Oh, you got Shenmue.
Shenmue, and a very rare game that didn't even get released was Half-Life 1.
Right.
And so a guy actually custom made it because I had to have it.
Dude.
Sure.
So this is a custom made game.
Yes. They didn't release it for the system they were going to, and then something happened and they didn't. I don't know why, because it would have been a huge seller on the system.
Wow.
But I had to get it. I want that game on every system.
Right, didn't know anything about that one.
Shenmue, of course.
Yeah.
Unbeatable.
That goes for a pretty penny these days.
Yeah, I got the second one there too.
Yeah.
And you can see here, more here.
Just Power Stone. That's a similar game to sort of Smash Brothers in a way, isn't it? Sort of mechanics.
Yeah.
I've never played it, but I've heard good things about it.
Oh, I forgot to say this. This is the collector's edition of Eternal Darkness.
Right.
It comes with a DVD for like special features. Very expensive.
Wow.
But I think that's amazing.
I've heard they're going to remake that for the Wii U. It's a rumour. But yeah.
That would be very
a
good.
pretty cool rumour if it's true.
Absolutely.
And then we got I
Nintendo
can
64.
see some N64 games.
Yep.
You got some good ones here, mate. I tell you, F-Zero,
Yeah,
Yoshi's
that's
Story.
really nice condition. In I
Yeah.
want to try and get them. If
They're
I
all
want
in
the
pretty
game,
good condition, aren't they?
I try and get the best one that I can.
Yeah. Banjo-Kazooie,
some-
Banjo-Tooie.
Official strategy guides of Conkers there. Banjo-Kazooie.
Yeah.
I've got what's here? Some cheat guides.
There's Conkers up there.
Resident Evil 2 was quite expensive actually.
That's an expensive game. That was when I was collecting N64. That was the last game I was trying to get, and then I just sold the whole lot.
It's the PAL version too.
Yeah, that goes for about £100, dude. That's a very expensive game. I've never played it, but it's got some lovely box art, hasn't it?
And of course, you can't beat this. This is one of my favourites, of course.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I love Smash Brothers.
Oh, I've got something quite rare here actually. I've got can you believe an American what's it called? A promo video for Banjo-Kazooie.
All right.
To get it out. Nothing falls down. There you go.
Wow.
It's a promo VHS tape just for the game. It's American, so I can't play it, but
That is cool.
I don't know why. I found it. I had to get it.
Oh, definitely. Was that a charity shop?
That was car boot, like you.
Right, yeah.
I'm not going at 6 a.m. like some crazy people
Like
I know.
me. And then moving down to, oh, look at this. Wow, look at this Vectrex. You've got some great games in here, mate. Honestly.
Haven't finished yet, but
Really? Is this a new collection then for you?
Absolutely.
Is
This and
it?
Game Boy original box is my kind of main thing at the moment.
Well, see, this is what surprised me about you, is
Right.
you're quite young. Tell the viewers how old you are.
25.
25. So this is way before your time. You've got
Yeah.
no nostalgia with Vectrex whatsoever.
No.
But what's the attraction for you then?
When I started collecting the Vector games arcade machines, we'll go next door and you'll see what I have in Vector-wise. There was something about the games that just scream out to me, because it doesn't really matter how it's made, what the limitations are. If the game's a good game, then it's a good game.
Yeah.
And something about this system just drew me in, like it's neon lights,
Yeah.
shapes, lines making up games.
Yeah. Sort of magic about it, isn't there?
Exactly, yeah. Their limitations were their strength.
Yeah.
And I know, Victor?
Yes.
What's his name on the
Victor
phone?
Marland, 10
Yeah,
Pence Arcade Podcast, little plug there.
Of course.
Pay me later.
He taught me into it, but showed me about it a bit, and I just love it since
Yeah.
then. I had to get it.
Well, they're very easy pick up and play games, and if you haven't got a lot of time, it's just something you can just have a quick blast on.
Very
But they're very
expensive.
special, aren't they?
These are like 40 quid a piece.
Are
They take the
Yeah.
piss.
And
this
tell us
one-
about this one, because we know that Chris, don't we,
Yeah.
who made this game. He's a good friend of ours, and this is his own game. He's just released it, and this is the last one, you say?
Yes, the number
Wow.
199.
I played it at Revival. I was really impressed. Played a little bit like Scuba Dive. It's just a classic Spectrum game, but the lovely cases. And he's done a real
Yeah.
good job of recreating
You
the
wouldn't
original.
know that this is new.
No,
You would think it's an
no.
old, except for the box quality, obviously.
And you've got Hyper Chase there. Have you played Dark Tower?
No.
No, there's a game on there I haven't played.
This one I'm really looking forward to playing, which is the pinball.
Pinball, yeah, because you're a big fan of pinball,
yeah,
aren't you? Which
100%.
we'll get onto a bit later.
So the Vectrex is in here. That's what the mystery thing is in there, yeah. So I haven't even unboxed
well, we've got
it.
to do an unboxing video.
Let me get these out of the way and you can see the Mega Drive collection.
Right, you've got a bit of everything, haven't you, mate?
Yeah.
Primal Rage, Mercs, Power Rangers, 2 Power Ranger games, Balls, Battle of the Balls. Oh, matron. Ding dong. RoboCop versus Terminator, Flashback, Super Smash, Space Area, Earthworm Jim.
Yeah, I love Earthworm Jim.
Sonic Pinball, Aladdin, Tasmanian, Michael Jackson Moonwalker. I do like that game.
Yeah. Some more here.
Dick Tracy. What's that? Oh,
Real Monsters. That was a great pickup. I got that from Comic Con.
Right.
From one of the game stores. I loved that show on Nickelodeon, and it looked like a good game, so I had to get it.
Yeah. Fantasia. Sparkster. I think you can get that on the Super Nintendo. It's a game I've been off for quite a while.
Really?
Really good game. Really good platformer.
A couple of unboxed there.
Turrican, what's that for?
Turrican, that's a kind of an arcade side-scrolling shooter.
Yeah, but what system's that on?
That's Mega Drive.
Oh, Mega Drive, really?
Do you want to see it?
Oh, yeah, no, it's in a different box.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, didn't know it came in a different
Couple
box.
of unboxed here, Ghostbusters, Toy Story, etc.
Yeah, Eternal Champions. And you've got some lovely, oh, I can see this here. This is what I would like for my collection. A lovely boxed version of Kirby's Dream Land 3. Look at that, guys. I'll just stick that in my back pocket. Excellent, man.
Yep.
And I think you should bring the Super Nintendo out to the front so everyone can see.
Okay, fair enough.
They look really cool.
My best on here is the Super Metroid box, the huge box edition there. I've got, unfortunately it's been flattened, but the Super Mario World Yoshi's Island boxed edition there. Unboxed games here, obviously Donkey Kong. Got the American Converter. Now this one, you won't believe this one.
Right.
But this box is going for like £100 on eBay at the moment.
Really? What is it?
It's the Timon and Pumbaa Jungle Games. I played it on PC. It's a collection of mini games in one. It's very, very good. Obviously, I had it when I was like, 11, 10.
Right.
I don't know why it's so expensive on this system.
Because it's in a big box.
No, this is.
It's in a normal box.
This is SNES box, yeah.
Right,
if you go on,
Wow.
This is another one of my favourites. There are so many horrendous Batman games, but this
That is
one,
a really good, I know.
walk along beat 'em up game,
Yeah.
it just, I don't know, they got it right.
Yeah, they did.
Super Ghosts and is it Ghouls or Goblins? Yeah, Ghosts. Super Ghouls and Ghosts. That's right.
Yeah. Great game.
Space Ace, Alien 3, Total Carnage, etc., etc.
Yeah. Awesome, man.
We go down here. Just got the
We've got
consoles.
a few loose consoles there.
Well, yeah.
GameCube, N64, box Dreamcast,
Yeah.
and controller.
And the Super Nintendo PAL version boxed.
Got to have one of them. And then we've got Game Boy games. Game Boy
now
Advance games.
this is the newest kind of editions. I really, for some reason, just got into the Game Boy because I had it when I was young, the actual original, and there was something about the box versions. I had to get them. So this is my favourite Game Boy game of all time. It plays just like the Super Nintendo version, and they condensed it down.
Wow.
It's such a good game. Honestly, play this.
The Super Nintendo version was quite hard, wasn't it?
Yeah,
That was
it's exactly the same.
main gripe with
It's
the game.
very, very, very good.
Yeah. I've spotted a really rare and expensive game in there.
What is it? Which one?
Alien versus Predator.
Oh, good eye, yeah, man. This is going for like £80 on eBay.
Jeez.
This
I
is
haven't played it. What's
mint.
it like then?
It's a side-scrolling kind of. You can see from the images there.
Yeah.
There's a couple good reviews on
So it's
YouTube.
a side-scrolling beat 'em up.
Yeah, you have like flying discs and like the laser, and you have. It's kind of like a puzzle there as well.
I've got it on the Super Nintendo. I was pretty disappointed with it because the arcade version is absolutely fantastic. It's probably one of the best, isn't it?
This is nothing like.
But it just never did a great conversion for it. But yeah, interesting to see what it's like then.
This is another really expensive rare one, and the Pinball of the Dead, based on the House of the Dead 2.
Yeah.
They made a pinball game for the Game Boy Advance.
Yeah, I've been after that, mate. But I didn't know it was an expensive one.
It was, I think it was 65 or 70 quid.
Yeah, it's in good nick though, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I try and do. Now, this one actually I have to talk about. This one is probably one of the best games I've ever played on the system. It's Alien 3. Now, obviously, there are hundreds of Alien 3 games, and they're all quite similar, and some of them different. This one is nothing like any of the others.
Really?
It's a whole different game. It's the only survival horror game on Game Boy.
Why?
And you start off with nothing. You have to find weapons. You have to kind of do some puzzles. It's top down, it's quite scary because you have to run away from the aliens and you have nothing, and it's to get that survival horror kind of feeling on a Game Boy.
Yeah, real sense of loneliness.
There's a great review on it on YouTube, so check it out. Honestly,
well, yeah, you got some cracking. That's a favourite of mine.
yeah, Cubby Pinball.
Yeah, that is a great game. I've actually got that myself.
And this is one of my favourites.
Yeah, I've got that as well. That's really cool.
If I just take
I'm
this
not into Pokemon, but I really do enjoy this game.
Yeah. Here's the that's to be expected.
That's right, yeah.
This is my unboxed collection. You just have a obviously you can't go through them all, but just have a crack.
Loads.
Just have a few thing.
Yeah. Total cans, got loads there, mate. Some real good stuff. That's fantastic. I noticed you've got a little Game Watch up there.
I do, and you remember who I got that off?
No?
You fool. Yeah, man. You charged me premium price for it.
I must have just met you, did I?
Yeah, it was literally when we first met. I saw it and you were like, I'm selling that. And I was like, oh, yeah. I'm having it. I was like, how much? It's like 40 quid.
Well, that's not bad.
Well, you know.
The going rate. Come on, dude.
Yeah. No, okay, no, I love it. Toy Story Game Boy there, a couple of others here. I love the Neo Geo Pocket system as well. I've got a couple of those boxed.
Oh, you've got the 3DS Extra Large, which is great. What a fantastic system. Oh, yeah. Oh, there's your Neo Geo. So you've got a load of Neo Geo Pockets.
You can see behind there.
Yeah. I love the little boxes for those.
Some more Game Boy games here, boxed.
Yeah.
Super Mario World, R-Type, Donkey Kong, Donkey Kong Land.
I do want that. How much are you selling that for?
Selling it for nothing because it's not for sale.
40 quid. Yeah.
Got some more back here. Episode 1 Racer has the Rumble Pack version.
Wow.
There's a box there. Toy Story 2, Looney Tunes, Mickey, etc.
Some
good
fantastic
shit,
stuff. Yeah, I'd like a copy of that as well. I haven't got that boxed. Love Wario Land. So cool. Yeah, brilliant stuff, man.
Just wrecking my collection here. So
and what we got down here, just a few bits, odds and sods.
I was into the PC old big box games. Something about them I loved, and this one was one of my favourites. The Virtual Springfield, way ahead of its time.
Right,
just to go around, point and click, and it's so funny. Yeah. Got Typing of the Dead, which is a.
Oh, I had that Dungeon Keeper.
Oh, I love
Dungeon
Keeper. Yeah.
Oh, what a great game! Because I do like those sort of Diablo type games.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yeah. That was a precursor to Diablo, I think.
Was it? Yeah.
It just came out before, I think.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So a bit of everything. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, this I have to show actually. This is the kind of Game & Watch thing, but it's not Nintendo.
Is it Russian or something? Oh, Burger Time.
German.
Oh, that is cool.
Have a look at this. I had to get this.
The artwork.
I love Burger Time.
Yeah.
Had to get that.
Wow, that is cool, mate. I really like that. That is very cool. Look at the artwork on that. Brilliant, Tandy. Don't remember that over here in the UK, but I love it. Takes me right back, that does. That is really, really nice.
Put that away in a
I
second.
like that.
And above here, you wouldn't have to look at this, but this is my jazz CD collection.
Yeah, so tell the viewers what you do for a living.
I'm a musician, I'm a jazz pianist, got my keyboard.
Yeah,
right
you're
here.
pretty good because I've come and seen you a few times, and
Thanks,
honestly, it's a fantastic night out.
Yeah.
It really, really is.
I'm playing all around London all the time. Ronnie Scott's 606 Vortex. So if you ever want to have a crack, come give me a shout on Facebook.
Yeah, honestly, guys, I've been to see Harry at Ronnie Scott's, and it was one of the best nights I've had in a long time. No, really, and I'm not really into jazz.
Yeah.
I love my music. I could never say I was really a jazz person, but I really got into it. It's just a different crowd though that I'm not used to. Like the rock and roll crowd is like a lot louder, more raucous. It just took me a while to get used to sort of everyone just sitting around tables and tapping their feet gently.
It's a different type of music. There's a kind of creative excitement about it.
Yes.
It's like you have to tune your ears like a radio. It takes a while for you to get, because when you walk in, you're like, what is this nonsense? Yeah. I had that. But then once you tune your ears and get used to it, like, actually there's a lot going on.
There is, yeah.
And I just, once it entered into my life when I was kind of 17, because I used to be a classical pianist. I used to be
into Frank Zappa and stuff like that, which is kind of like a jazz-orientated rock sound.
Yeah.
With Steve Vai and all that. I used to love all that. So I can appreciate good music, good musicians, you know. Anyway, mate, I'll let you tidy that lot up, and then we're just going to have a look at a couple of cabs in here.
Okay.
Right in, Harry, so we've got a lovely Jazzcade cabinet, main cabinet. Tell us a little bit about this.
Well, I mean, personally, I hate MAME machines. I always feel I'm a purist. I'm like an original. But if you have to have one, make sure it's designed for you. And this one completely was. I always wanted a Street Fighter kind of themed cabinet, and I loved the 4 was my favourite. And Craig did an absolutely fantastic job, and he was very patient with me. I obviously was yapping at him all the time, saying, "I want this, I want that." But he did great. Have a look at the side art here.
Yeah.
It's all based from the Ultra Street Fighter 4 art, and
it's quite slim, isn't it?
Yeah,
I'm amazed at how slim the machine is.
Well,
so
you have a look
if you haven't got a
inside.
lot of room, it's ideal, isn't it?
This is what we got inside.
Right.
You've got the kind of tower there,
Yeah.
bass, subwoofer, volume there.
Right.
And it plays a treat. Has every single system you can think of. Everything I have here is probably on there.
Yeah.
But you can't really play them. You can play most of them.
Yeah.
But if you want to get the real experience, obviously go for the real game.
Yeah, but they're okay with the early arcade stuff and stuff like that.
It's a luxury to be able to have these games that you can't play, such as, like, for example, Laserdisc games. You can't play that, so you get to play Dragon Slayer on the actual arcade. Quality's great.
Yeah.
You can have a look at the menu if you want. I mean,
Just have a look at the front end quickly.
so you just go through this: the systems, Sony, PSP, GameCube, Virtual Boy, Dreamcast, Saturn, Jaguar, Laserdisc, Game Boy Advance, PlayStation, Nintendo 64, Mega CD, 32X, Lynx, Neo Geo Pocket, Game Gear, Game Boy and Game Boy Color, Master System, NES, Mega Drive, SNES, and of course all the arcade games. You can play everything on here. You know, from even Sky Skipper. You can play that. Sheriff is on here. Should we have a look?
Let's have a look at Sheriff.
Okay. Gotta find it through all this. Do you know what? I know I played it.
There it is.
Where?
Down 4.
Oh yeah.
Put it on.
Look at that.
Look
Can I
at
put it on?
that. It's
Okay.
my cabinet, look. Why
Yeah.
that's actually taken from my cabinet.
Maybe. It's cheeky.
Wow.
Let's see if you can.
Join up.
I've played yours, man. I love it. It's absolute class.
You were pretty good at it as well, weren't you?
Yeah,
You
do
got
you
quite a good
remember?
score.
The first time I ever played it, I almost beat your high score.
No, don't be silly.
I have to say that. you
Come on,
push me
let's see
into a
you play it
corner.
then. Oh, it won't really work though, will it? Because you don't. You need
That's a
to...
good point. Do you know what? I've never even played it. I don't
No.
even know.
No, it won't work, dude. What about Sky Skipper then? Let's see
Sky Skipper's on here too. Let's see if it works.
Yeah, you can't move your arm around.
Can't even move, first of all. I've got to map that. Sky Skipper, let's have a look. These want S already. Sky Adventure.
Sky Fox? No.
Sky
There it
Skipper.
Put it on.
And there's
Up
no.
one,
Oh,
up one.
nope.
There
They've
you
got the cocktail.
Yeah.
There's no actual upright, obviously.
No, obviously.
But someone's taking care of that. I don't know who might that be. Of that grave injustice.
Have you played this yet?
I have. I actually played it when you told me about it, and it's I can't. I'm horrendous at it.
Yeah.
It's so hard.
Yeah.
You made it look easy, man. Like,
Yeah.
and this is
There's actually dip switches for about 5 different settings for the game. And I had it on really hard.
there's a button to make you go faster. Oh yeah, I need to press that.
Yeah.
And then
So you get
collect.
extra points if you get them in order.
Oh, okay.
So
What's the
they're
order?
like the house of cards here. So you've got the hearts, diamonds, spades. If you get them in order, you get a bonus. But you've got to watch your fuel at the top. You've got a
Oh,
fuel
yeah, I
bar.
keep forgetting that. You know?
Yeah, so you can land and refuel if you want to. But to get them to pop up, you need to hit the monkeys. That's it, then
yeah.
they pop up.
I think you're going to have to do a proper gameplay of it. I'm not doing
gonna
it
have
justice.
to, yeah.
Great
Anyway,
game.
that is really, really
Hidden
cool.
gem.
Brilliant, mate. And behind you, we've got a lovely original Taito Space Invaders cocktail. Part 2, is it?
Part 2. I prefer part
two.
2. There's a little
Yeah.
bit more depth to it, and obviously there's
Yeah.
colour. You know, you can see it's
Yeah.
all working.
Yeah.
My
That's lovely,
favourite
mate.
thing about this is the rainbow bonus. You can't do that with any others. Let me stand up and do it. Give me more space. Can't beat it.
Yeah. Oh, it's
Had to
such a
have it.
game. Just that sound and music takes you right back.
Yeah.
Best video game ever played, mate.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Excellent. Well, I'm really excited to see the other part of your collection.
Yeah, this is
which
only a small
This
part,
is a very
can you
small
believe?
part. take us into the den, mate.
Okay, I'll just leave it on. Oh, I haven't turned on the machines yet. You're gonna have to hold on.
Okay, we're cut then. This is what I've been looking forward to. The arcade room. Wow. Starblade. Look at the size of that cabinet.
Yep.
Tron. That is just the perfect pin, isn't it? Baby Pac-Man.
And you're about to see the one in the surprise cabinet that I got
surprise
shipped.
cabinet I haven't seen yet.
You ready for this?
Yeah, go on. Burger time!
Yeah, man. The real
So you
deal.
had to get the handheld as well,
Exactly,
didn't you?
yeah, man. This
Man,
game
that is cool.
had to have it. Always. I mean, they didn't really make many of these, and I got it shipped over thanks to was it Retro Games by James?
Yeah, James.
Yeah,
RGP.
he helped me out getting this over, and man, I'm so happy I have this cabinet. Honestly, it's one of my favourite games of all time. They just, can't be. Bally Midway's best.
Yeah. Well, dude, just have a quick look. Oh my god, you got my favourite Asteroids Deluxe.
Yeah.
I haven't been here. So guys, I have been around here before, but I haven't been around here for a good 6-7 months, have I?
No, a
So
lot
it's
changes.
changed a lot.
It changes a lot.
Star Wars pin.
One of the Pinball 2000.
And oh my god, Battlezone. Wow.
That came with the Burger Time, same time.
Right. That is cool, man. But I don't think we're going to have to switch the lights on, mate, because
You sure?
the viewers won't be able to see this in real detail.
Oh yeah, we'll do that now.
Do that now.
Okay.
Right, that's much better.
Yeah.
Right, let's start with the Pinball Tron as we walk through the door.
This is, you can't beat this. This is one of Stern's finest games.
Yeah.
I've spent a lot of time and money upgrading this to the max. It has every single mod out there, none on a couple, to make this really just pimp it out.
Yeah.
It has custom painted side rails and lockdown bar. I got this made. Can you see this? These Tron Legacy, and I had like LED sheets from China put into it. This is all custom made. There's a LED sheet. It's called from China. I think it's called. Light up buttons. You can see the custom acrylic speaker lights and LEDs there. I got the LE back glass with the 3D translucent.
Is that signed as well?
It's signed by Gary Stern. Yes.
Wow.
And one of the designers.
Look at that, it's so cool. So, but what's the game like? Is it as good as what it looks?
Absolutely, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. If you want a kind of flashy, neon Tron feel, this is the one. I mean, the film's alright,
Yeah.
but the gameplay's.
What could you expect to pay for something like this?
With all the stuff I put on it, I would kind of want to get at least 5.5 for it.
5.5.
But
yeah.
on its own pro, 4.5, 4.4. Really depends on the seller.
Yeah.
And you can see here, this is pretty special. I got the actual Tron arcade cab, and it has a little screen, LED screen.
That's amazing.
LCD screen. So it's actually running the attract sequence of the Tron arcade machine.
That is so cool, mate.
Go in,
Can
zoom
you
in,
see that?
zoom in.
So this is about what, 3 inches tall, and it's a replica cabinet with the side art. With a little LCD screen running an attract screen of the game. That is just incredible. Wow, such attention to detail, mate.
I've got the blue side mirrors on as well, so it has a kind of like reflecting kind of endless thing.
So it gives it sort of more depth, doesn't it? It makes it look bigger
depth.
inside.
Absolutely, yeah.
Let's have a look at the control panel here. Wow, it's such a cool. I love the film as well, actually.
Yeah, alright.
Yeah. Wow, it's cool. And behind me, we've got this monstrosity, which is Starblade. I don't know if you can get a sense of how big this guy is. Let me just go out. I'm going to have to go out of the room here. Stand next to it, Harry.
Okay.
Look at the size of that.
I'll tell you a bit about it.
Yes,
this
come
was
on.
made in 1991 by Namco. To me, one of their finest games. Very unknown. The reason why this is so special is the kit they put on it. They really went out of their way. I mean, first of all, surround sound in the seat. Now, don't forget this is 1991, so there's not too many machines doing that. You've got a huge shaker motor in the seat, so when you get hit by the ships, it will completely, shudder you.
Yeah.
You've got, if you come over here, I'll try and get in. Up here, you have to come in here. Can you see there's actual flash lamps there and there? So when you get hit, you actually have physical flashing lamps at you to give you more depth. And also, I have to say, this is almost like a 3DS.
Yeah.
The actual monitor is up here, and this is one of those screens where it widens it like a 3DS. So it's like a kind of first generation.
But do you
3D.
have to be sitting in the right place to get the right view?
No, not really. It's just a lot of kit in this, and it's just really,
I
really impressive.
I think Bruno had one of these. A guy, when I went to pick my sheriff up, he had one of these as well. They're absolutely
Do you want to
massive.
see a bit of
mate.
gameplay for us?
Yeah, definitely. Let's see a bit of gameplay.
Maybe crack off the lights in the corner there behind you.
Right. Where's the little switch?
Just behind the battle zone there.
It's
Quite tight,
man.
yeah.
Jesus, I can't get. I've got builder's fingers. I can't get my finger in there. Oh, ow!
Right, check this out.
Prepare for operation.
I'll just skip it and I'll go to the gameplay. So it's like a kind of, you move this around. Now if I get hit, you'll see the flash lamps. I see that?
Yeah, I see that.
And also I'm being vibrated right now. The detail in this cabinet is amazing. Look above you, for
Keep
example.
playing, mate. Keep playing. So cool. Sounds right as well. Really immersive, isn't it?
Has worked towards red eye. Pursue and engage red eye. These are all launches located. Coordinates set at W726.
They actually made a conscious decision not to put background music in,
Right.
so it makes it a bit more realistic,
Yeah.
which is very interesting because you don't get games without music. First generation 3D polygon graphics.
Feel the sync juggling.
Yeah. There you go. So that's one credit there, you can
That's
see.
awesome, mate. Absolutely fantastic.
I'm absolutely in love with this, and I'm very,
Yeah.
very lucky to have it.
You picked this up quite cheap as well, didn't you? I mean,
It's worth. It could be anything between 900 to £2,000.
yeah,
depending
because of
on
the
the
size
buy.
of it, I guess it's not so appealing.
I got it for
is
£1,000, and I feel
Yeah.
that's quite good for what this machine is.
Yeah.
In my opinion, anyway.
Yeah,
I'll
amazing
just-
stuff.
There you go. Moving on.
Okay, let's just turn that light back on again,
yeah.
briefly.
Shall I do it?
I'll
Oh,
get
you got it this
I've got
time.
it. Squashed my finger in the process, but right. So, Baby Pac-Man. This is a sort of hybrid, sort of pinball cross with video game, isn't it?
That's
really?
right. Yeah, they tried something new in 1982, I believe, and can you believe it wasn't a success? I think
Right.
they people felt they kind of sold out Pac-Man. They were like, well, why
Yeah.
do you need to do this?
They've done
The
enough
game
of it.
doesn't need
Right. People have moved on.
a kind of
probably, by
bastardized version of the game. However, I completely disagree. I
Yeah.
think it's a
then.
fantastic
You love
game.
your pinballs as well.
I love my
don't you?
pinball,
So
and
this
it's
is-
it's quite a difficult game.
Yeah.
You start off with no power pellets, and you have to go down into the playfield
Yeah.
to earn the power pellets to play the game.
Right. Show us a quick game, mate.
Okay. So you start up here, and the ghosts are very different. The characteristics are very different. You can see the chutes. You go down here, and then it comes down here to the pinball. And there's a ball, can you see on the top left?
Yeah.
If I get that ball to the other side, it gives me an instant power pellet. Otherwise, you have to do the long way of hitting. I just got that there. And now I've got one there. And you can see up here where that's going to be. You can see up there.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise, the other way... Oh, I've lost it now. Once you die, you go back up here and you continue. And you haven't lost a life until you actually die up here. So let me see if I can get to that power pellet. Yes, I can. I always wait for... Also, the difference between this and other Pac-Man games is that the fruits only change when you spell fruits down here. It doesn't, like, if you get to the next level, it changes.
Is it a harder game than Pac-Man? on this
Completely,
game? Is it?
completely. It's a different animal.
Yeah, because you had another game very similar to this called Granny's Garden. Was it Granny's Garden?
Granny's Garden?
Garden.
Granny and the Gators.
Granny and the Gators.
I did. I got that shipped over.
Yeah, and I
because
played that, and that was rock hard, wasn't it? Yeah, a very rare game.
very rare. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean this is quite rare though, isn't it? I mean
They're both quite rare, like brother and sister. I mean, this wasn't a success. So Bally Midway, they made Granny and the Gators in a kind of attempt to kind of, fix it, and it was like more of a success, can you believe? But we actually did a video on it when it came.
That's right.
So if you check on his
Yeah.
videos, you can see.
Was it one of your? I think it's on your
No, it's-
YouTube channel.
You
Was it
uploaded
mine?
It's completely.
Oh, was it? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah. You have a look
It's a
at
long
yourself.
time ago.
And of course, one of my favourites of all time. I have
Yes,
a lot
mate,
of love.
so-
lot of love.
We didn't get this in the UK. I mean, I don't remember this cabinet at all. But
No,
what a
it's American.
fantastic cabinet! Look at the bottom, look at the foot plate. Isn't that cool?
Pretty good condition. I've seen
Yeah.
a lot worse. I'm very, very lucky. Very happy.
Yeah, and the game's quite hard, but there is a technique to it, isn't there?
I'm
Shall I
getting
see you play, mate?
pretty good at this, I think. I always start from the top down. You're a little chef, and you have to try and make burgers by trampling over them, which is not very hygienic. But you know, what you do is wait for the enemies to go on the bun before finishing it off.
Right.
And instead of the bun going down 1 level, it will go down 3, and you get more points.
okay.
So you clear the level a lot faster. You can also smush them like
Yeah.
that. But see, that's only gone down 1 level. However, if you wait, like if
So
I,
they're actually on the bun.
yeah, I'll try and do it now. You can pepper them, which will stun them like that.
How much pepper do you get?
You get like 5,
Okay,
and
you're dead.
yeah. Can you see there's an ice cream there?
Yeah.
If you reach a certain amount of points, a item will come up and you get points and another pepper.
Right.
Pepper's your only weapon. I'll just clear the first level quickly. So there you go. You see, 500 points and
Yeah.
peppers. That's what you need to get, really.
It's such a weird concept for a game, isn't
I know. Can you see up here? It says featuring Peter Pepper, as John's
Yeah.
Arcade said very correctly. So I think that they wanted to make him like a
Like a
new
mascot.
like a new mascot,
Yeah.
and it just didn't pick up. Don't know why. The last time I saw him in the modern days was in the film The Pixels with Adam Sandler.
Yes.
You'll see him in the background running around with like the egg and stuff. So he's still alive into
Yeah.
modern day, but
Yeah. Well, it's an iconic cab,
yeah.
isn't it?
You can check out the side art as well.
Yeah.
Huge chef there.
Yeah. It's awesome.
I love it so much, and you know,
What is
really
it
lucky
with
to
your
have it.
big cabs, man? I mean, Jesus.
You want to see this one over here?
Jurassic Park. Oh my God.
This one is also pretty rare. I'll just turn this off. This is a 1992 Sega Jurassic Park. They didn't make many of these because of how expensive it was to make.
Yeah, I can
because it
imagine.
has a huge air canister in the machine, and it powers the seat, so it's actually moving while you're
Right.
playing
And
it.
that all works.
When it decides to. When it feels,
Alright, a bit temperamental,
let's
is
give
it?
it a go and see, shall we?
It's huge, mate.
So you get in, and then I'll film
Well, should
you.
I set the tripod up? Or are you just going to hold my phone?
I'll just hold your
Yeah,
phone.
just
You-
hold my
you-
phone, okay.
Let's see if it works. Press player 2 there.
Part 2, yeah.
No, it's not working today.
So it's just to shoot them up.
Oh, it is moving. It's moving now. Yeah.
Whoa.
Let's see if the seat works today. Oh yeah. Have a look there.
I'm back. Oh, I feel like I'm on a radio. I wish my sheriff did this. Oh,
What do you think, right?
yeah, it's fun. Oh. It's like a proper ride.
Yeah. But anyway, there you go.
Tiring on the finger, isn't it?
You have to hold it down to the machine gun.
Oh, is it? Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
it's not so tiring anymore, is it?
Oh, man, that's unbelievable. Awesome.
There you go.
Let's take the camera. Oh,
I'm really
guys,
glad it
man.
decided to work today.
Yeah.
It's giving me a lot of grief, actually.
You wouldn't want to go on that with a bad back, would you?
No, but have a look at the
It's got some cool posters up here as well.
little bit of everything I really like one of the most famous rare pinballs called Big Bang Bar from Capcom.
Yeah.
And they only made a couple of prototypes and I
Yeah,
love
we
it.
played the Battle Pod. Do you remember?
Yeah, the
all-
Star Wars.
Yeah, me and Harry went to one of the trade fairs last year, and it was the first time it had been in the UK, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And it was a good experience. I enjoyed it, but
It's not even a game. You're
it's
just,
not.
It's,
No,
you're
but I mean, it's
a
all right. It's an
simulation.
experience.
Yeah, sure.
But it's not a game, like you say.
But not for 20 grand.
I do like that shootout. For
Oh, I'm gonna get that one day. Absolutely love
Yeah.
that game. I've seen a lot of gameplay on on YouTube, and it's just something
Yeah.
really nostalgic about.
Yeah, I love all the old
I've got,
EM games.
I should mention I'm a massive flyer collection as well. I have flyers for every machine I have owned and I own currently, and a bit of posters. Half-Life there, Family Guy, Star Wars Trilogy, Dragon Ball Z there.
Excellent. Just stand, just have a little pan round at the machines from this end. So you can see, get the size of the game room. Pretty cool. And then behind me we've got a Star Wars pin. Let's just stand back. It's not a lot of room, guys, to get everything in. So
my idea was,
the
if you can
jerky
barely,
camera.
if you can barely get in the room, that was my aim. The machines. I like this game actually. It is actually. I think it's got up for sale soon because I like to just move around.
Yeah.
It's part of the Pinball 2000 series. They only made 2. They made a sequel to the machine called Attack from Mars, called Revenge from Mars.
Yeah.
They use a monitor up here, and they use special reflecting glass to reflect backwards an image onto the player field. So it's like you're playing a physical video game, pinball video game. As you can see.
Episode 1, The Phantom Menace.
I'll give you an
Your purpose
example.
determines your reality.
You can change which scene you want. I'm going to do the pod racing. Didn't do very well, so I'll try and get it started now. Right, check it out there.
You actually control it.
No, that's a little scene, and now you get to the play. And now it's pinball, and you have to shoot. And there's a multiple mode later on when you get to fight Darth Maul with the lightsaber.
So the sound of this machine is incredible. Just fills this whole room.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
But I think it's a really great effect. For some reason, people don't like the Pinball 2000. They don't like this game because it's episode 1 with Jar Jar and all that. But once you get past the whole silly Jar Jar thing, it's a great game.
I mean, if you take that out of it, then it's quite a good film, actually. I really enjoyed it.
Use your flippers.
Excellent, man. Got more posters on this side. Metal Slug, Battle Zone.
Yeah, I've got a bit of everything. I love some MDK2 by
MDK2. That was a PS1 game.
PS. It was on Dreamcast, PS1,
and PC
as well. Also, do you know this game?
I recognise the cover. Yeah, that was another. Was that an Amiga game?
That is
Absolutely.
probably my #1 game of all time.
Really? So tell us a little bit about it, mate.
Relatively unknown. It came out on PC, Windows 95.
Yeah.
There's something about it. They were going to make a third one, but they just didn't. I mean, it's a kind of like slightly RPG, top-down-ish. You go different worlds, collecting kind of things and sorting out puzzles and trying to get the invading aliens away. Do you know what? It's really hard to describe, actually.
I've never played it, so...
Something about it really engrosses you into a world they've made, and there's a lot of kind of authentic, genuine kind of like love for the game. I just love it so much. Honestly, have a look at this Little Big Adventure. They made it on PS1, the first one, and the second one on PC only. But I think it's on Steam. Really, really do. This is the biggest hidden gem I can ever say. I love it.
Check that out, guys.
What's the Asteroids
this
Deluxe?
is a Grail cab for me, I have to admit. I absolutely love this game. And the Deluxe is just the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. It really is. It's got the half-back mirror in there. Look, guys, can you see it's kind of like a floating effect.
The monitor's down below. You've got a two-way mirror and a kind of like a black light, they call it. And there's a cardboard cutout with a few images coming towards you to make it 3D. And it's like it's floating in the middle. And for the time, it's unheard of. I mean, it really is. You just can't beat it, really. Side art is over here.
So do you prefer Deluxe over the original?
Oh, 100%. It's a better game as well.
Yeah. Good side art, guys. Most beautiful cab. It really, really is. Yeah, I want one of these one day.
Well, you're very happy to borrow it, man.
Yeah,
I've got no little space.
That'd
It'll
be
be
cool.
helping me out.
I'm gonna have a gameplay of that because I just I've got to have a go on that.
Battle
And of course, Battle Zone. You don't see many of these cabinets around now. A lot of them are really hard to keep going. It is a classic game. It's absolutely huge. Don't know if you can get a sense of the height, guys, but it's taller than me. But the thing about this game was you looked through this periscope here for 3D effect. Looking back at it now, I don't know how we did it as kids, because obviously
it's quite high.
Yeah, it was really high.
I
It must have had some kind of step.
They do have a step, but I don't have it.
Oh, there is a step
so I
that
have
came
to,
with it.
I have to go on my tiptoes.
Right, I
to
didn't
play.
know that.
Really cool game. Once again, this is why I love Vectrex now so much, because one of the original Vector games, so simple but effective. You have a tank, moving it left and right with the controls.
I can't capture that, mate, on the camera.
Try putting it up through, right in.
Can you see that, guys?
And you can
So
move
we're looking
forwards.
through the periscope here, and Harry's got two controllers that just move up and down, but control left and right.
Oh, he got me. Yeah, you got two levers. If I push the left one forwards, you'll go right.
Yeah.
If I push the right one,
you go forward, and then both back, isn't it?
That's right. Oh, come on.
It's quite a hard game, though.
Very, very hard.
You got this up for sale, man, haven't you?
I do, man. Thing is, musicians don't make much money.
Yeah.
The fact that I've been able to pay for this
Yeah.
is, for me, is amazing. Like,
Yeah.
a lot of student loan has gone on this
Yeah.
as well, and I just need to keep,
Rotating.
Yeah.
Well, if I had the money, I'd have that off. I'd have both of these off you.
Yeah.
But for me, this is my era, the classic
Right, of
early
course.
80s era, and I absolutely love these. But I don't know about Battlezone. I've heard that it's hard to keep going, so
This one is bulletproof.
it's been pretty good.
The guy who James speaks to, a guy on the forums. If you go on the forums, UK back, there's a guy selling machines and getting them over all the time now.
Right.
So it's much more common now, because before I got this bad boy over for like $1,000. It cost me $1,000 to get this over,
Yeah.
and I regret it.
Yeah.
And now you can get them over for like 500.
Yeah,
I mean, for this type of game, it's worth
it's
it,
a lot better. Yeah.
because otherwise you'll never get them. you
Yeah.
know? And so it's worth it for me.
Well, what we're going to do now, mate, is just set up the camera, answer a few questions, and then you've got something else to show us. You've got more machines, is that right?
Space has always been the biggest issue, so very luckily I've robbed my dad's garage off him.
Yeah.
I have turned it into my second game room and practice room.
course.
So we have to check that out. I've got
You
a couple of
hoarder,
other. So we'll check that out and see
Yeah.
what you think.
Oh, rolling.
Hello again.
Right, what's this, Harry? What will you
Right.
show me now?
Well, space has always been the issues for collectors, so
Yeah.
very luckily I kind of stole my dad's garage, and I promised him I would fix it up. There was 40 years worth of crap in there.
Right.
It took about a week. My friends helped me to paint and everything. I got carpet in. So now I have another garage to play with, and this is what I have made.
And your dad's all right with it? Does he sneak in there in the night and fire
He
up
doesn't
machines?
have a choice, really.
He doesn't have a
He doesn't really know either.
Doesn't he?
Well, it's
Oh my god. You like your big machines, don't
I
you?
do.
Oh my god.
So this is the Jazzcade Part 2.
Oh.
Have a walk in here.
What's this machine here, man? It's huge.
This is one of the biggest. Oh, hold on.
A Kuma. I've never heard of it.
Everything makes noise. Right, this one. This is a very, very rare machine. It's a prototype by Namco. Made in the early 2000s. It's called a Kuma. It's Japanese. It was imported from Japan.
Right.
There's probably only about 5 of them in the world.
Really?
Yes, because it was Namco.
So it didn't do very well then.
Well, the reason why they stopped it, there's very little information about it in the web, but what I found out is very expensive to make. This was the first kind of machine to use first generation 3D technology.
Right.
If you see here, the projector's turning on right
Oh,
now.
it's got a projector.
There is a projector up
Yeah.
here shooting into a mirror,
Yeah.
going backwards here, right?
Right. Can't really see it on the camera, but
No, it's not really working at the moment.
Get the gist of it.
But what happens is that there's a monitor down there, and there's a projector here, which has 2 different images.
Right.
So when put together, it's a kind of like 3D.
3D.
It's a horror shooter based on the film The Ring.
Oh, what I was going to say, where's the controls? That's
Right
it
here.
there.
You
Oh,
know the
okay.
film The Ring? It's really scary.
Yeah, yeah.
That kind of Japanese horror. It's kind of creatures and scary kind of stuff like
Awesome.
that. And
So imagine it was probably a little bit too violent, a little bit too scary for the arcades, maybe?
actually, I have no idea. There's literally nothing on the
Have you
internet.
played it yet? It's not
I
working,
have
is
played it once, but then there's a lot of work to do with it at the
Right,
moment
okay.
because the parts are very, very hard to find.
Yeah.
But it's look at these guns. These
Yeah.
are you don't see these guns. These are kind of custom-made Namco guns.
Right.
It's a really good game. I mean, it has the 3D. It's kind of like horror, kind of like fantasy-based shooter. But at the moment, I'm fixing that up, so that's the only one that's down currently.
Right, let's just have a look at the artwork, the bezel.
Yes.
These are all the characters in, the bosses.
Yeah, that's right.
What are the cards in? Are these just, it's not a card game, right?
No, but you can like choose different cards along the way to aid you in your battles. I don't know.
Right.
Really, really strange.
Yeah, the artwork's cool, isn't it? I do like that. They're well into their horror, aren't they?
Absolutely.
The Japanese.
You don't have bullets. You have soul energy bullets. Anyway, that's moving on from here. We have
House of the Dead.
This is one of my favourite House of the Deads. There's obviously 4 of them. This is the best. It just captivates. The best graphics. Obviously, it has the shotguns. I mean, look at that.
Now you're playing with power.
Isn't that a Nintendo advert?
It is, yeah.
It's just still booting up at the moment.
Yeah.
But there's something about this game is just to get it right, and I love the physicality of the shotguns. You don't get that with many games, you know.
Yeah.
So I had to get it. Normally, there's the big deluxes, and not very many of the standard wooden ones. So when one came up for sale, I had to have
There's a bigger version of this one.
There's the 50-inch deluxe one, which is they made all the House of Dead.
Something you want?
No, absolutely not. There are
Well, come on, I mean, look at the size of these machines, man.
Right, moving on to the next one.
Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, this one is for sale at the moment. It's one of my babies. This it's what a custom.
It's for sale.
It is for sale.
Right.
This is a Dragon Ball Z. We talked about that earlier. Anime game. They made so many games, but this is one of the arcade games they made called Super Dragon Ball Z that came out in Japan only. However, a couple of UK cabs were made, and what I had to do is I bought the cab and I sourced all the parts from Japan. I got the Namco 256, I got the disc and chip, and it was very expensive. It's all fully working now. Great game. The reason I'm selling it is, as I said, musicians don't make much money.
Yeah, but this is a favourite of yours, though. Sure, you want to keep it, no?
I want to keep it, but I can't. I have to pay off this.
Yeah.
I recently bought this.
This is where you make your money.
This is what I bought recently for my career. However, pianos are not
You're not
cheap.
just give us a quick little.
I guess so. These are worth like 10 grand, so I have to sell this kind of stuff, you know.
Amazing. You've got to go and see him, guys. He's absolutely brilliant, as you can tell. Absolutely fantastic.
But these are very, very expensive, so I'm having to sell my machines. This was 7 grand.
So do you take this when you go to gigs, or do you stay spray?
No way, no way. I think my keyboard.
This is your own, for own personal use.
Yeah. But that's working now, so have a look. Original Japanese game hardware.
So it's a fine, isn't it?
Yeah. I can see if it works today.
Show us how you play it, mate.
I'll close this, it's a bit cold.
Yeah.
Sometimes it decides to work and sometimes it doesn't. So it's based on the PS2 hardware.
Right.
So it's a disc-based game, so literally I do that and maybe it'll work next time. But it's basically like a kind of Tekken Street Fighter 4 but with a Dragon Ball scheme.
Never
Great
played
game.
it, mate. Never played it.
Well, this is what this is on now, so you can have a look at this, for example.
Got much room to move in here, guys. I don't know how you do it.
You can see here, look. The graphics are great.
Yeah, I was going to say the graphics.
I mean, these guys
I've got the Wii. I've got this on the Wii.
Oh, really?
Brilliant.
Okay.
Yeah, brilliant.
Are we the only ones left?
How does it take to finish that game?
We're running out of time.
To run through it all?
Let's
Probably
move on.
35 minutes.
Yeah.
We
All
can't
Sega games
forget our
are
mission.
around 35 minutes. Right, turn that off. Right now we have. We're
Do you
going
go for
to.
top scores in any of these games? You
Oh,
try
yeah.
and get like a top score
Absolutely.
on that.
Where's the fun in not doing that?
Yeah.
You know? Right now we're moving
Star
on
Wars
to.
Trilogy, and this is another huge cab, guys.
I can
Just
turn
can't
off
believe
the
the
light.
size. I'm having to lean right back so I can get a good view of it.
Right, this
It's
is
massive.
probably my
How big's that screen?
50 inch.
50-inch screen. And then you've got the seat here. That's massive. Right, do you want to video me playing it for a little bit?
Absolutely, yeah, sure. This
got
is
that?
probably my favourite. Let me turn this off.
Right, Right,
This is
okay.
my favourite arcade machine of all time. I played this in Disney when I first played, and it's just a fantastic game. This is the original. Yeah, play it. It has a shaker motor on the stick as well, and there's a
I'm not going to
lightsaber.
shake backwards and forwards.
No,
I'm
no,
not-
no. It's just there. Right, have we go.
Stand by.
Sound system. Oh, it's really immersive, isn't it? It's just the sound. It's awesome. It's like being in the movie. Going in. There's a lot of resistance on the joystick, isn't there?
There you go. There's one credit.
You died? I died.
Yeah.
Really?
My
Wow.
favourite thing about this game is that in the second level and third level, there's an actual lightsaber battle
Right.
where you hold this as if it's the lightsaber, and the thing is,
I'm
it
sure there was another
vibrates.
game that did that as well, wasn't there? Another earlier Star Wars game that you had a lightsaber
Oh,
battle at the
maybe.
end. I'm sure it was.
But you hold it and it vibrates at the same time like you're holding the lightsaber. But honestly, it's amazing.
These must generate a lot of heat here.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
It
and a lot
needs
of
it.
electricity.
Yeah.
But you
best-
don't have them on all at the same time.
No, not normally, no.
Right, so I'm moving on. So if you can carry on. Sorry, you're going to
Yeah,
do
yeah.
my job. I'll pay
That's
you
fine,
later.
that's fine.
Oh, God.
You have to
Right,
go around the other side and jump
Yeah,
over.
I'm jumping over here.
As you can see, it's very tight in here.
Ah, the Ocean Hunter. So who's this by?
Sega as
Another
well.
Sega game.
And these are both quite rare to have fully working. This one especially, the Ocean Hunter, used to be in arcades all the time, but not very much anymore. And you have a cannon like that, and you move it around, a bit like the Star Blade when you're shooting the
So
sharks.
I'm shooting a harpoon.
It has recoil on the gun now.
It's really good. I love the recoil, right?
This has the
There's big enemy bosses in this game.
yeah, massive kind of sharks and
Is
like
there?
monsters and demons. Yeah, as you can see, look at this.
White death.
I'm not sure.
You didn't save it, man.
Oh, is that it then? Bloody hell. It takes some beating, doesn't he? Haven't I got a special weapon or anything?
No, just like
That's what you want,
unlimited harpoon guns. This has I've got like an HDTV Plus screen here as well, so it's not original. This is like
A new screen.
50-inch screen, yeah.
It looks amazing.
You've got a subwoofer in the seat as well. See the pan around of the room here. So I've got two things I love at the same time. I've got my piano and my games in the same room. And a lot of help with my friends painting the walls and everything. You having a good time there?
Huh?
You having a good time there?
That's brilliant, yeah. It's very immersive. So is there like world records for these games as well?
Not that I know of. Not from the 90s. This is 1998. Right, have you had enough?
Yeah. It's pretty cool, man. Awesome stuff. There's just so little room in here, isn't there?
Yeah, man.
If you picked smaller cabs, you could have quite a lot in here.
I know, but the thing is, then you
You love
wouldn't
all
get
this big stuff, don't
you
you?
wouldn't get the full immersion of the games. You know.
So what we're going to do now, guys, we're going to I've got to ask you a few questions, right, before we...
There's actually two more machines you haven't seen.
Because we're running out of time.
Space is always the issue, so I've basically spread them out into people's houses, and this is my literally like. So this is another one of mine.
in the front room, in your dad's front room, Family
this.
Guy. Now I remember playing this. You had this in the games
I
room
used
last
to,
time,
yeah,
didn't you?
moved
This
it
is a
around.
favourite of yours. You're never going to get rid of this, are you?
No, love it.
No.
Absolutely adore this
It's a
game.
cracking game. It's a funny game, isn't it?
Very funny. If
Yeah, a lot of humour.
if I press the flipper button here, look what happens.
Do that again. Oh, matron.
It's a very funny game, great game.
Yeah.
Done a lot of bit of work to this as well. Custom flipper toppers there, as you can see. Evil Monkey there.
Yeah.
And the Stewie's ray gun.
That's cool.
And look at these acrylics here with the LEDs and the speaker lights.
Yeah. The detail in it, mate, is just incredible. There's a pinball within a pinball here. Look,
Yeah.
a little, small little table. Really cool. So what is it about this game? What makes a good pinball game for you?
Depth.
Depth.
And obviously a lot of humour. You've got to
Yeah.
like the theme.
You've got to
But
like the
actually,
theme, yeah.
sometimes there are themes that people hate, and I love the game so much.
Yeah.
Such as like episode 1, I wasn't too keen on it, but
Yeah.
it's a great game.
Yeah. But there's such big things. You've got to have something that
Yeah.
you're going to like.
I love the Family Guy.
Yeah.
This game is very difficult. It's very brutal. A lot of stuff to come back for. I still haven't completed it. It's that hard.
Yeah. What's your favourite pinball game then?
I can't say.
You can't say.
Actually, the game that got me into pinball was Stern's The Simpsons Pinball Party.
Yeah.
That is probably the deepest machine I've ever played.
Mm.
Obviously, the theme was great. So much humour, so much kind of detail and
Yeah.
good technology. It's
And have you
fantastic.
played the latest Ghostbusters?
Yeah,
Yeah.
once again,
Do you like
fantastic.
it?
Stern is cracking out some really good stuff.
Yeah.
I really want a Walking Dead at
Yeah.
some point and an X-Men,
Yeah.
hopefully soon. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's the goal.
Yeah. Brilliant.
And there's one more to do.
Is
So
there
come
really?
up with this.
Another one.
And this one was one of my latest acquiries.
Wow. Oh, it's an old EM.
As you can see here, we've got
Dixieland.
a vintage EM here.
Wow. I'm surprised you brought this.
Well, obviously I love pinball and I love jazz, so I found
Yeah.
a 1968 Bally machine called Dixieland. It's just that a jazz band playing here, and I mean it's a beautiful game.
What year's this then, mate?
1968,
Wow.
and let's see if it plays today. Yep, have a crack.
Yeah, I can imagine there's not a lot of depth to it, but
No, it's a great game.
It's classic, isn't it?
Yeah, great game.
It's your theme, isn't it?
Absolutely. It's just there's so much.
Score, is that your score up? There's a score there. It's quite fast though, isn't it?
It is quite, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of love
There's a
with
lot
this
of them
game.
quite slow, I find, the old EM ones.
I'm not really into EMs, but I
Yeah.
love this one. There's
Yeah.
actually a lot more to it than you would think.
Yeah,
Can you see here when it says close flippers?
yeah.
If you hit that, these two flippers here they go in like that. Zipper
Right.
flippers.
Oh,
I'll see if I can show you that.
Yeah.
I'll try and do that now.
Where do you find all your pinballs?
Oh, a mixture. Forums as
In the
well.
forums, yeah.
It's a tough game. Look at
Yeah.
the huge gap in the middle.
Yeah.
eBay's always a good one, but
Yeah,
or eBay, as people say.
yeah.
Oh, it's tough. I'll try one more time. All around the collectors and eBay and
Yeah.
forums.
And I can't imagine this going for that much. Not that desirable, are
Not
they?
really. I got this for like 350.
350
And
quid. Yeah, that's a
but
bargain, mate, isn't it?
anyway, so now you have seen literally everything I own, and very proud of it.
Well, thanks very much for showing us all around, mate. It's been incredible. An
Thanks very
amazing
much for
collection.
coming.
I'm sure the viewers would agree. But we've got to sit down and just ask you a few
Yeah,
questions
let's
before
do
we
it.
go.
Let's go down.
Right, then, Harry. Did you enjoy that?
Yeah.
You've got an amazing collection, mate. Really have. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. I can't believe you've squeezed so many machines
Yeah.
in this tiny little garage.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Thank you.
But tell the viewers, how did you get into it? What was your first machine you ever brought?
It was a 1991 Konami Simpsons arcade machine, and just started from there. I thought if I can get one in, I
Yeah.
can get. Actually, I own 20 machines now.
Wow.
So it's come a long way quite
Yeah,
quickly.
yeah.
But I know something came over me. I just felt I wanted more and wanted more. It's like a passion. It's a disease.
Oh yeah, we all start off like that, and then we do calm down eventually.
Really?
Yeah, you do.
Okay, we'll see about that.
Yeah. So you've been collecting for how many years now then?
Probably about 5 to 6. Not very long actually.
Yeah.
It's happened It picks up quite quickly. Yeah.
And where do you see your collection going forward?
Oh, I don't know. But one day I'll move, and as I said, I'll make a massive room and make it like a huge,
big
maybe
games
one
room.
of the leading London venues that everyone can say.
Wow.
Everyone can come for a competition.
See you there sitting there playing jazz as well.
Yeah,
Everyone's
the
playing.
Jazzcade, official
Yeah.
open.
Yeah, that'd be cool actually.
One day we'll see.
Yeah. What about Grail cabs? Is there any game out there that you still want? It's a bit unattainable, do you think?
There's quite a few I'd like.
Is there?
But number one that I really would like is the Japanese Half-Life 2 Survivor cab. You can see the flyer there.
Yeah.
I think there's a guy in the UK,
Yeah.
the Don himself. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe one day, you never
Whether
know.
we let that go on, that's another thing.
You can only hope.
Another big
patient.
cab.
Yeah. I like my big cabs, big experience, the full experience.
Yeah, definitely, mate. Well, is there anything else you want to add to that?
Yeah, I want to just say a few thank yous to everyone who's helped me out over the years. My friends who helped me paint and get the carpet in and sort everything out. Thank you to you know who you are. Thank you all so much. Victor Marland, who's sorted me out a couple of times. Matt Vince in the pinball community, he's put up with me quite a lot. And Matt Adams, the company Red Wing, I want to say thank you to them. James at Retro Gaming Party, I want to say thank you to him. Andy at Arcade Club, Craig at Turn Arcades, Martin Palfreyman, Stuart Rathbone, who's been my go-to guy to repel my machines. Duncan Petita, a great guy, collects pinball machines and he's sorted me out. Vin, and of course you, man. Thank you very much.
Thanks very much.
I had to say those thank yous, man. They've done so much for me, and I wouldn't have things going without them, man.
Honestly, to get where you are with your collection, there's so many people involved.
Yeah, absolutely.
People that deliver cabs, fix cabs, put you in touch with people that know where cabs are.
Absolutely.
It's a great community.
They're all so important. I had to say thank you, so I really appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, so where can everyone find you, mate?
For my career, you just go on my name, harrybolt.com. You can see me playing all around London. Give me a shout if you ever want to come and see me play. Everything will be in the description below if you want to see. And my album's coming out soon as well, so I'll be touring with that, my debut album. But that's about it for me.
That's it. Well, thanks very much, mate.
Thank you. Thanks, man.
Pleasure.
Thanks.
Cheers, guys. See you on the next one. Well, guys, hope you enjoyed that video. I know it was a long one, but I thought it was well worth the time. He's got such an amazing collection. I couldn't leave anything out. I had such a great time in there. Playing that Jurassic Park was something else, I tell you. So much fun. And the Ocean Hunter, well, that was just something else, guys. I mean, I get where he's coming from with the whole immersive kind of atmosphere that you get being inside such a big cabinet with a big screen and the sound system all around you and underneath you. It takes me back to an old game that I used to like, which was Discs of Tron in the environmental cab. I used to walk in there and used to be totally cut off from the arcade outside, really part of the game. I can see where he's coming from, but they're just such big games. You try moving those games around, guys, it is just something else, I'm telling you. But amazing collection, some rare stuff in there I've never seen before, and such a lovely guy as well. You've got to go and see him, guys. Amazing pianist. I've seen him a couple of times at Ronnie Scott's. Really is good. So I'll put a link in the video below. Go and check him out. He's got an album coming out. He's also got his own YouTube channel, so go and check that out, guys. And I just want to say, he gave me a few gifts before I left. Thank you so much, Harry. He gave me a copy of Yoshi's Story for the N64 Japanese copy, because he knows I'm picking up Japanese N64 games. Thanks, mate. I really appreciate that. And he also gave me some socks, Van socks, Nintendo socks, which I'll be wearing on Christmas Day with the t-shirt that Daz gave me, and we'll do a little Christmas video, hopefully. I'm really looking forward to that. And what else did he go? Oh, you gave me a little Game Boy game, Toy Story, and also he's lent me an arcade machine, and I'm going to do that in the next video, because I forgot, guys, I forgot to show my last arcade pickup in the last video. I do apologise. So I've got 2 arcade pickups now. We'll do in the next video, which will be the competition video. And guys, don't go on Wikipedia trying to look for answers. Go back and look at my video. That's where the answer is not on Wikipedia, you'll get it wrong. Alright? Go and check out my Sheriff video if you want the answer to who or what is the name of the damsel in distress in my favourite game, Sheriff. Okay, go and check my video. Anyway, that's it for this week, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. It's got a lot of fun. Take care, guys. See you next week.